week 1. As you can see, I have blocks. I have it kind of set up in the first person mode with a handgun that I got off online, just a free open source model. This is about probably a few days later, still in January 7th. This is part of the video I did. I think this was probably the first devlog video that I had where I actually had, still every textures, grass, and just about everything in there. Most of the stuff in my game is basically not open source, like has a free commercial license that I could use, like CC0 or something like that. I forgot what it is. If I decide to keep all the textures and all the models that are open source, I'll obviously have in the credits. Thank you for the artwork community that they have. I don't have all the sites listed that I've been using. Yeah, this is like a week later. Not a week later, it's like the first week into it. I think I started around December. As you can see, I have some building and breaking functionality. Basically all the stuff you can see in the first devlog. If you haven't, go check that out. I have a better commentary for what happened during that time, because it's already been about a few months. This is the next video. This is actually about a week later. It's the 14th of January is what this video has labeled as taken. This was actually probably the second devlog, it looks like, from the footage. So you can see I walk around. You can still break blocks, break and place blocks. Not much changed in this besides me adding the third person point of view, the switching between third person and first person point of view. As you can see, the character model isn't shown here. It's not going to be broken like how it is in some of the future videos. As you can see, I also added the gun into the hand and basically allowed the character to shoot it from the hand with a, basically the yaw and all that stuff, how to code all of that, get it set up to shoot. You won't see the gun in the future videos because I don't even know if I'm going to fully add it to the game yet. I do want guns, it's just I don't know how to implement it into this game where it is like a combines well with the Souls-like or the combat elements, and the leveling system that I want to do for this game. But we'll see how that turns out in the future. I haven't decided yet. So as you can see, this is from the 26th. This is actually probably from the most latest devlog, devlog 3, I think, because this is 4. This is basically from the last video, not the last video with the Jester artwork, but the video where, the last devlog. As you can see, I have health, I have stamina set up into it. I have some of the leveling system going on. As you can see, the grass is broken here. I don't think I've shown. This is the first time I tried doing the grass with the vertices, but it wasn't working. It has some LOD stuff. The further grass actually doesn't generate vertices. It's actually just like a solely the fragment shader, I think is what it fully does. I don't think it has any vertices at all, just for performance. So I still need to work on that within the shader, and I did work on that, and you'll see that actually within the next video of like the first iteration of me actually getting that fixed. Still same stuff, just like the health bar, just the breaking and placing of blocks. I have running implemented. You can actually see the stamina bar going down. There is, you can see in the top left, some level detail there. I haven't actually implemented a full leveling system yet, or like XP. There is some of the code in there, but it's not done yet. Around this same time, I actually started getting into Blender. You could see that from the last devlog. I started showing you kind of like this zombified dog that I had wanted to make into the game. I've actually done more work to him. I started the retopology on him. It doesn't show it here in this video, or the last video didn't show it. I actually got his feet done too. He's come out really nice as far as the sculpting process has gone. Obviously, the retopology, he still needs to be retopologized. He still needs to be fit with a mesh and a rig. He still needs to be textured and shadered. But this, getting back into Blender for the first time in a long time. I think the first time that I had touched Blender was back when I was like 15, and I haven't touched it since then. I'm now 24, and it's a lot different than what it was back then, especially with like the whole community and basically having like 10 years of development. It's a lot different now. It's a lot easier. I have a Wacom that I was using with it, and then just being of older age, but I think also just the development over the years has made it better. I can't say for sure because I haven't used it just over the years for that long. But it did go really smooth, and there was a lot of stuff that I was learning, a lot of stuff I still am learning, all the many different things, which I'll talk about a little bit more later. We're gonna get into the next vid. So moving on, that was the 15th from the footage that you had just on there. That was probably the second devlog that I put out. This is some footage where I think I was just test running, trying to do the import like a first enemy and get the AI running for it, because the AI, I had to code it from scratch using kind of Minecraft's algorithm, which they use like an A-star algorithm. As you can see, he gets stuck on the edges just because of the way it was coded. I'm going to do a disclaimer and say that I have used GPT a lot for helping with a lot of the coding on this. I actually do a mass majority of like the simple stuff to get it generated, coded, and then debugged, and even just talking with it to kind of understand a lot of concepts. A lot of the things I'm still learning on just like what to do in game development and to implement stuff. As you can see, the grass has changed a little bit here. I don't think I'm using the older grass texture or the older grass mesh that I had gotten from online. I just had GPT pump out some vertices to kind of do this Ghost of Tsushima type grass. You saw the zombie, he got stuck there on the edge. He could do damage when I initially coded him in. He does play the damage animation, but I don't even know if I'm going to include him yet because he is just the standard zombie from Mixamo. Like I said, even the main character right now is just the mannequin from Mixamo as well. It's so awesome to be able to have all this open source stuff, to be able to have all these tools now. I remember when I tried, you know, Unity for the first time when I was like 15 years old, and here's another thing, you know, I added the breaking of blocks and being able to pick it up. I think it's the first implementation that I have in the inventory. I don't know if I showed that yet, honestly, in any other previous devlogs. This actually might be the first time I'm demonstrating this. But yeah, I remember when I was 15 and I never had anything. Blender was like still getting developed. I remember trying Blender for the first time, and we're actually going to get into some of the artwork if you guys haven't seen the previous video. I remember getting into that, and also we also have the stamina bar and the health bar. I'm not too sure. Maybe you might have seen it in the other ones. If not, we have the stamina bar and the health bar. So you can see already getting some of those Souls-like stats. So this is jumping to February. No, this is the most recent footage that I have of the game now. As you can see, I just took that now in March 21st. As you can see, I added a slime. This was actually the first custom model that I made myself. It has rocks as eyes. I try to get some like jiggle physics going on really quick. Godot does have like a plugin for jiggle bone. I did not use that. I probably should have used it, but you know, using GPT is like you do it from scratch. So we did it. It kind of jiggles. I might come back to it. There's going to be a lot of the code that I'm going to come back to. I'm mainly using GPT to kind of just get me the rough draft of the game. And then I'm not even going to release a demo until I go back myself and kind of fix a lot of things. One of the things I need to fix is the grass. Another thing you're going to notice is I have a hitting animation. I now have a trail system. I now have, I've tweaked the lighting with the HDR. The HDR is contributing to the lighting, and some of the Godot settings. I played with the Godot settings for a good amount of time. As you can see, I have Jester in here. Showed him in the last video. We'll probably show some footage real quick of me making him. He's changed a little bit since the last video. I'm trying to add some hair cards to him, trying to add that more final detail. You know, his ears still need to be done. So there's still a lot of artwork that I'm still trying to get done and add myself to add these personal touches besides just the code and the free textures to actually bring this thing up. The trees I purchased for like $2 with a license, like a standard pine tree that I got from an Unreal artist, someone listed in the like Unreal Market artist. So yeah, as you can see, there's a lot of bugs you can probably already tell. You can see the walking is kind of chopped, the grass is kind of blurry. It looks a lot better compared to the first iteration of the game. Like looking back now on all these videos, it's insane, really. This is probably, even though I just recorded this on March 21st, this was probably what I had done in February, let's say like around February 15th, February 12th. This is right now the current iteration of the game that I am on. I do want to add, as you can see, I had some combat going on, but it hasn't done any damage to the trees. There's no real enemies besides the slime that I could really do damage to, and I don't have like a lock on like the Souls-like games have. I don't have the hitbox setup. I do have some of the code in place where it shouldn't be too much further, but where I can get the axe collisions to hit the enemy. It's just I need to start doing motion capture, and that's something I'm actually going to be looking into next is going to be fully implementing a better combat system, because as you can see, we already have health, we already have stamina, we have like a basic hit animation that I got from Mixamo, but I am going to try and use Rococo, and then there at the college that I am currently at. It looks so good. Like doing the voice, it just looks so good. I'm gonna thumbnail that probably. Hopefully that's thumbnail material. But I'm going to be using Rococo to try it out and see what it's like. Try and see what my options are as far as motion capture. This stuff did not exist before. Rococo is a AI based motion capture. Obviously it's not the AI based as the large language models and some of these other models for generative art. I will not probably be using AI generated artwork for this project. If I do, all right, if I do, because I'm gonna try it out. I try to be positive in life. I know there's a lot of negativity towards the AI stuff and the artwork and stuff, but and I know when artwork looks like garbage, and I know like the whole AI slop, I know, but I still trying to be open-minded, because there's people who spend, there's people, obviously they're getting paid, that spend days on end making these models, because they're inspired of something new and something novel. Whether it's a good idea or not, it's up for debate, really. I try using GPT to do like 2D artwork sometimes, and it doesn't come out the way I like it. It doesn't come out the way that it gives the much motion and detail sometimes, and just coherence that a normal artwork or even like multiple artworks, having multiple sets of artwork that are consistent for a certain art style, especially if you're making multiple things. But I do use like GPT. I do use I'm going to be using Rococo, which is a AI motion capture camera. But other than that, that is another topic for another video for the AI stuff. Just know that I am very picky for the artwork that I'm going to put into this. I do want to do a lot of the artwork myself. I have done a lot of the artwork myself. This is Jester in his current form. I've added kind of trying to give him some more texture. Did a normal map, did a roughness map for a lot of him. I still need to rig him. This is his current form. Still need to do his ears, still need to do his tail. Just a lot of things, but this is the fully retopologized version of him. So yeah, just know that, if you do want me to make a video about AI stuff, but just know that more than likely I probably won't be using AI artwork. So after about February 15th, I kind of got burnt out, and yeah, I decided to do some artwork. But before that, here's some footage of me of how burnt out I was. It's the motivation I need at 4:55 a.m. What's gonna keep us going for 8 months? Niche baller. What I need? I'm so fucking cooked. Help me. What's going on, guys? Pick up my glasses real quick because there's stuff in it. But okay. What's going on, guys? So I wanted to first off tell you thank you for watching this video. I know it might not have the best edit or like the memes like most of the other game dev stuff that I see online. So thank you guys for sticking to the end. If you did, great. I don't know what's going on with this. Anyways, maybe in the next video I'll have some more memes. I don't know. We'll see what memes I had in this one. I don't even know what I put in this. I haven't edited it fully yet. But thank you guys for all the support. I had to retake this portion because I botched the audio. So I'm going to say the things that I had already tried to say. Thank you for the 12 subscribers I have. So yeah, if you're one of the returning 12 subscribers, thank you guys. It means a lot to me. I don't think I've had a channel. I tried doing like a Minecraft channel a while back and I had some success with it, but I realized that's not what I want to do. I want to actually make a game. I have the full capability being a game. I'm a CS student. I love doing art. I love games. I probably have 40 games, most of which are 2D, because I didn't even have a gaming PC till right now, which I don't even have it paid off yet. But most of the games I played were 2D games, and I've seen so many playthroughs of 3D games through Jacksepticeye and Markiplier, favorite YouTubers, by the way. Grew up watching them. It's so great to see them still producing content. I wish PewDiePie was still producing more content, but I'm still happy for him. He still does post every now and then. But yeah, thank you guys for the subs. I hope that I am able to kind of turn this game into something that the people like, that people want to play. I know it's a little bit different. I know it's a little uncanny right now. I know there's a lot of bugs, but let me know your thoughts in the comments. Let me know if you guys actually like this idea of kind of a Minecraft sandbox mechanic for the world building. Obviously, you could see it by the trees. They're not fully blocked. I don't plan to keep some things just fully blocked because I love curves. Does it make sense in an artistic sense? Well, maybe it doesn't fit the full block style that Minecraft does, but it's still art and it's still a artistic style. And it's still a new evolving thing that just doesn't copy and paste Minecraft. I've seen so many games that are in this blocky kind of sandbox genre that were basically spin-offs of Minecraft that uses very similar Minecraft mechanic, building, placing, crafting. I will have all of those things, but I want to make the combat better, because if there's one thing that people complain about Minecraft was the combat, and not just that, but just add some more, just change up the art style a little bit where it's not just blocks. It doesn't all have to be blocks. I think blocks are great as far as a building mechanic, as a world building mechanic and editing. It's such a great thing because you could terraform the whole world. But having those rounded shapes, having those different actual meshes that I can make, I feel like gives the art style a lot more. Adding the grass, as you guys saw, the dynamic grass, or like the Ghost of Tsushima style grasses, it really made this game pop, and I feel it's doing really good for the art style of this. And as far as the game dev has gone, I basically do have the basic art style concept that I'm pretty happy with. Will it evolve over time? Yes. I'm sorry, it will evolve over time, even after the demo when I release it, which I'm hoping to aim to release this summer. If I don't end up picking up a full-time job, if I do pick up a full-time job, it might be a release date, maybe later fall for a demo. I'm hoping to get there. We'll see, because I'm just starting in the combat. I'm starting the motion capture. So we'll see where that goes. But I want to tell you guys thank you. Please leave a comment on what you want to see future videos on, what you want to see tutorials on. I know I'll probably only have like 4 or 5 videos on this channel. I know a lot of them are garbage edited for the most part. They're very short, some of them. There's a lot of them are very much yappy yap, like how I am doing now. But if you guys want to see like in-base tutorials, I don't want to make this channel too much of a tutorial channel, but if you see something niche that you can't find on YouTube, I might try it. And if I get enough comments for it, sure. For the most part though, I want to keep this solely on game dev and what it's like to doing this process, because it has been a lengthy process. I am in college. It is, there's many nights where I'm up during the night and not during the day, and it affects my social life a lot. And it's just a process. I want to give you guys kind of a little more of like what game dev is actually like than what other people say it is. It is a lot of work is what it is, but not just that, but it's just like when you work as a game dev solely, you don't talk to a whole lot of people some of the nights that you're just grinding it out. So I want to bring that out. I'm not dating anyone, like I said. I'm living alone right now as I'm going to college in an apartment, and this is how it's like for some people. So I want to give it like kind of that side of the story. It makes it a lot better so I can focus and crank this out. Like you guys saw, I got a lot of stuff done. I'm really happy to see the progress over the past 3 months and see how far it's come. Really happy to see that. And I hope I'm actually making something that people want and not just like another version of Tamu Minecraft, okay? But yeah, thank you guys. Leave a comment below.